Future chefs of the Twin Cities, Chef Ja in the building, or like I always say, in the kitchen. Today I'm going to show you a quick and easy recipe. A little bit above 10 minutes this time, but it should still be somewhat in the same bracket. Today I'm going to show you how to make a calzone. Now, a calzone is basically a pizza pocket, and what's unique about this video is that this is very related to an earlier video that I posted a while ago, how to make a quick and easy pizza dough. So I have that here with me. I have a quick and easy pizza dough already made. I made it last night, and this is half. So I'm going to take that out and I'll wrap it, and then I'm going to start to roll it. Make sure that you like, comment, subscribe this video. And before we get started, always make sure that your hands are washed and clean, and you have everything that you need so you don't have to move around. Mise en place, we talked about that. Okay, so when you're rolling out a dough, you want to make sure that you have a dry surface, okay? And I have my ingredients up here in the front, and I'm just going to dust some flour on the counter, okay? Just like that, not a lot. And that just prevents your dough from sticking, okay? So I'm going to take that out and right here on the surface. And this is a beautiful, perfect dough, actually, okay? You see that it's risen already. It's nice. It's sticky. This is why you need the flour, so it doesn't stick to the surface. And you want to cover it a decent amount onto the surface like that. And my camera angle is a bit weird today, but that's all right. So I'm actually going to move this to the side, and I'm going to roll it out so I can make sure that I roll it out pretty good. I'm going to dust it a little bit more. And with a calzone, you don't have to roll this dough out all the way, right? Because you're going to make that nice pizza pocket. So you want that dough to be a little fluffy. And you don't have to stretch this out as far as the eye can see. And you want to make sure when you're rolling out your dough, though, that you're constantly turning it. You see how it has those air pockets in there? That is a sign of a perfectly healthy, good dough. That means it's going to rise and it's going to be so good. I'm going to flip this over. And honestly, you don't even want this the full size of a pan. You want this about, let's say about maybe the size of a small kickball, or I should say maybe a small dodgeball. It doesn't have to be a perfect circle either. You just want it to have enough space where you're able to successfully put all your ingredients. And the thing about a calzone is the same as a pizza. You could fill it with any kind of toppings that you want. So my calzone today, I have some ground beef that I cooked up, just a little salt and pepper in a pan. I have some vegetables here that I sauteed in a pan with a couple tablespoons of oil. In mine, I have some onion, some tomato, spinach, and mushroom. It's going to be a little bit like a supreme calzone. And I have my marinara sauce here on the side. I also have my cheese. So you want to make sure you have everything ready to go. This looks good. And you just want to make sure that there's no holes in it. If there's holes, plug it back in. Otherwise, your filling are going to ooze out when it's cooking. This is a perfect size here. So I'm going to set this to the side. Just a tad sprinkle more flour just to make sure. And then I'm going to take a spoon. Right? Actually, I have my pan here. And here's a quick trick about the pan. I take a little bit of semolina flour or malto meal, for those of you who grew up on cream of wheat fans out there, and I dust it a little bit at the bottom of the pan. That helps, as I explained in my pizza dough video, that helps with the crust and the browning, and it also prevents your crust from sticking to the pan. So I'm going to place this on the pan first, because when you fill up this calzone, it's going to get tough, and you want to do this fairly quick, otherwise it'll start to stick to the counter. Okay? Because like, ooh, a smooth surface. I want to attach myself to this. That's what the yeast in the dough says. Now that you transfer it to the pan, like so, take your marinara, I probably won't use all of it. This is just some leftover sauce I had. You can use it. You can get marinara sauce from the store. It doesn't matter if you have some in the fridge already. Cool. I cook so many things that a lot of times I have leftovers. I'm like, what can I do with it? And so I'm like, let's make a calzone. I have every ingredient. I like mine to have a good amount of sauce, so I'm gonna fill that up just like that. Okay, and then I have some Parmesan Romano here, and I'm gonna just give it a quick sprinkle. It helps bring a nice nuttiness to the pizza. And I have here a mixture of cheddar, Colby Jack, and Italian cheeses. And I'm just gonna layer the bottom. This is gonna be pretty hearty, guys. And so when this cooks, I promise you, this is going to, I don't want to say double in size, but unless you haven't ate all day, definitely dig in. But this calzone would easily be enough for 2 people. This is going to be a jam-packed calzone, guys. So you're like, oh, that's a lot. Like, I don't plan on eating this by myself. Trust me. Okay. So that's in. I got my ground beef crumbles here. Spread that out evenly. And it's pretty simple. Like, it's just literally just like making a pizza. Except we're going to fold it all together. I'm going to give the rest of the top of some cheese like that. And again, this is going to be pretty hearty, guys. And so here, what you want to do is you want to fold it over just like that. The dough is going to be stretchy. You want to make sure that if you have any holes, you do your best to try to plug them. Okay? You see how that's folded over like that? So then you're going to take your bottom and you're going to crimp it, which just means you're going to fold it just like that. Make sure you guys can see it there. Fold it. It's kind of like if you ever made an apple pie crust. Just going to tuck it in so it all just combines and bakes together. Like so. I see a little air pocket right there, so I'm going to pinch that. Make sure it's all nice and delicious looking. That is your calzone. Now you see the size of that thing? That's definitely for more than one person. Okay, now I have my little butter here that I melted in the microwave. It's just a little basil, oregano, a little pepper. And I'm just going to brush that. I couldn't find my brush today, guys, so forgive me. I'm just going to use my spoon, whatever. As long as it's evenly distributed, I'm just going to brush that over the dough. Get that nice buttery golden brown crust. And when you put this in the oven, make sure that you preheat your oven to about 375, 400 degrees. I have mine at 375. And this is going to take about 25 to 30 minutes. You want to make sure that that crust and that dough is evenly cooked throughout. Okay. Just going to, we don't want to waste any goodness here. Alright. Again, I couldn't find my brush, so I'm using a spoon. But as long as it's all evenly distributed all over, it does not matter. Alright, so dropping stuff here, chef. Can't do that. So, okay. This is my calzone. It's ready to go. Again, it's going to go into my oven at about 375 for 25 to 30 minutes. I will post a part 2 of the video, and I will show you all what the finished product looks like. All right. Feature Chefs of the Twin Cities. Stay tuned for a part 2 for the finished product.